Hey everyone, John here from the Four Brewers podcast, and I'm back with another beer. Today we're drinking a beer from a fairly new brewery out of Los Angeles, California. They're actually out of Palmdale, California. This beer is called ASTROLUX Golden Ale. This is a collaboration between Lucky Luke Brewing Company and the band Strung Out. If you've never listened to Strung Out, they are a dope band. Like, they basically are like, they're a punk rock band at their core, but they're kind of like a pop punk band mixed with like this anthemic rock band with these like awesomely written choruses, kind of skate punk, and then also a little bit of like metal mixed in. And when I say metal, I mean like their solos, like these guys rip. Like their guitarists, they're awesome musicians. Like, so they've been around for a very long time. They're from Simi Valley, California, which isn't too far from Lucky Luke, which is in Palmdale. I think they're roughly 45 minutes an hour apart. But yeah, I saw this beer and I've been a fan of Strung Out for a long time. I'm a big music fan. I'm a big punk rock fan, pop punk fan. And I will admit that I bought this just because it says Strung Out on it. Not that Lucky Luke makes bad beer. I've had their beer before, and their beer is fantastic from what I've had. But like I said, the can art, like it's you know, it's strung out. Like I'm really kind of a fan of punk rock bands collaborating with local craft breweries. Pennywise has done a beer with, I think they did it with Left Coast, I believe. NoFX famously did one with Stone, which that one I kind of had a problem with because when I saw that collaboration going down, I thought, I don't think Stone knows what they're getting into. And it kind of bit him in the butt because Fat Mike is going to Fat Mike, and he stuck his foot in his mouth, said something stupid, which made Stone go, yeah, we're going to pull this beer off the shelf because we don't support what Fat Mike said. So not that I have a problem with Fat Mike. We're getting into a whole like tangent here, but I love NoFX. Just that beer, I don't know. I never bought it. Literally, I never bought the beer. So it's pretty common for punk bands and rock bands in general to do collaboration beers. And then you've got, you know, the bigger bands like AC/DC that come out with their own beer that's brewed with another brewery. So that brewery brews the beer and the band just releases it with their logo on it. And again, it's all marketing and packaging, and people buy it because it looks cool and it's got the band on it. And that's why I got this. So, and I don't get a whole lot of Lucky Luke down here. They're still fairly tight knit as far as distribution goes, and we don't see a lot of it down here. So this was cool to get beer from Lucky Luke. So after all of that, this is a golden ale on Untappd. They call it a Kolsch as far as the style goes. So it's a nice change of pace from all the hazies and whatnot that we've been doing. So let's open this up, check it out. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. This is almost damn near crystal clear. Very, very, very slight haze on it. Might be a chill haze. Head was nice and fluffy, but now it's pretty much gone. So this is already looking like a light American lager, even though I know it's not a light American lager, but that's the vibe I'm getting from it. And yeah, it seems like it's gonna be a very easy drinking beer. Should be nice and clean, I'm assuming, hoping. So let's see what it smells like. Wow, that yeast character comes out quite a bit. It's got a bit of a spicy, like pepper note to it, like a white pepper. Get a little bit of a citrus character from it too. Nothing like on the IPA level, but just like tones of, you know, like a fruit bowl kind of thing. Malt character comes through too. It's got a real, you know, basic, you know, bready kind of biscuit thing happening with a little bit of a sweetness on it, kind of like honey or like, I don't know, like a sweet bread, like that Hawaiian bread. I always reference those two things, either bread and honey or like Hawaiian sweet bread, like the rolls you can get. I think it's Hawaiian bread. But yeah, it's got that nice sweeter malt aroma. I also get like a bit of a floral character on it. I think it stands out more than like the citrus. I think the floral is accented with the citrus notes, but overall this is a fantastic smelling beer on the nose. It's kind of like smelling a lager, but with more kick to it. Like it's got more happening on the aroma. You get those lager notes from the Kolsch yeast, but it's just amplified and kind of boosted up. So very interesting beer on the nose, smells great. Let's see what it tastes like. Wow, the taste really does follow the nose. That's got like a great mouthfeel. It's nice and nice and fluffy on the mouthfeel. Dry finish, great carbonation. They nailed all that stuff. And I kind of gloss over that stuff when I do these reviews. And I don't mean to. Like, all that stuff's important. Nailing the mouthfeel, nailing the dry finish if it's supposed to have a dry finish, and nailing the carbonation are things that are, I mean, they're part of the core of the beer. Like, you want it to flow a certain way over your palate and burn off quickly. In this case, you want it to kind of have like a fluffier mouthfeel and a dry finish, but nailing carbonation can be a problem for some breweries. So they've got it down pretty well. Yeah, but overall, it's just a very clean beer. You get those floral notes coming through on the flavor as well, which is nice. When the flavor matches the nose like this well, it's really nice. And like I said, it comes off kind of lager-ish, but amplified, you know, it's nice. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of like bold hop character to speak of. I mean, it is like a Kolsch or a Golden Ale after all, so I think you want those things to be pretty well balanced. I'd say it's got a slightly bitter finish. It's nice though, it works well with the dry finish and the carbonation and everything. So overall, this, you know, a lot of times bands will collaborate with a brewery on a beer and they'll do like an IPA or something that's easy drinking, like a lager or something like that. And I think that was their approach with this beer. Like, I don't know if Strung Out drinks beer like on the regular or what their deal is with alcohol in general. I mean, I would assume they do since they did a collab with a brewery. But it seems like they just wanted to go for something that was easy drinking, but not like empty. You know, they wanted something with more character than a lager, but not quite as like hard hitting as an IPA, even though they're like the trendy beers right now. And well, I shouldn't say trendy, it's the most popular beer style in America right now. But yeah, and I think they accomplished their goal. They got a good beer that, like I said, tastes great, goes down easy. This is, wow, this is 6.1%. This is higher than I thought it would be. So yeah, even that, it's got a bit of a kick on the alcohol too, which I'm surprised to see. I would expect this to be in like the 5.5 range. So overall, well done beer. It's nice to have a clean Kolsch from time to time because, you know, drinking all these IPAs and stuff, it does tax your palate and it does get to be a bit old after a while and stressful. So this is a great beer. I recommend buying it if you check it out. You can actually get this at El Cerrito Liquor in Southern California. They're in the Corona area. So yeah, thanks for watching another video. We'll see you next time.